I think advisors have an important role to play in making, helping consumers make better lifestyle choices. Just purely through asking the questions related to protection, they're going into that space by asking about health and lifestyle choices. For example, smoker status, height and weight, what health situation the customer might have. And through that conversation, there may be questions about, well, what if I lost some weight? What if I stopped smoking? What if I didn't drink quite so much? If, of course, the advisors kind of explained that actually those answers might have actually led to an adverse decision being made. So I think from that, the advisors can actually go into detail about, well, if you do stop smoking, for example, and you become a non-smoker for 12 months, then come back to us and we might be able to reduce your premium.
One of the other ways for me, I think, where advisors can really influence a sort of, I guess, positive lifestyle change, and it's a really difficult one sometimes, because if you've got someone who is say they're overweight, they've got a high BMI, for you to say, just come out brashly and say, well, you do know if actually you dropped about 3 stone, then your price would be a lot lower. But actually, there are ways of being able to do that. If you've got a good relationship with your client, we are asking about medical information as part of the process for arranging insurance. So you can use this information and almost, if you feel that, I guess if you've got somebody here who you're talking to and they say, I know I need to lose weight, I am a little bit over, I am trying, or I've joined, I can't remember the name of it now, the Weight Watchers, I've joined Weight Watchers, or I'm doing this, then you could actually say to them, and this is something that I quite often do, is, well, look, obviously we can do the insurance for you now, we can arrange it as it is, but would it help? Would you like me to provide you with a price and sort of show you what difference it would be if you were, for example, a stone lighter than where you are now?
And then obviously, you do have propositions like Vitality's that do obviously lend itself to those conversations as well, in terms of gym memberships and your steps in the day and, getting your rewards. So actually, the more you move, the more active you become, which obviously benefits Vitality at the claims point, because actually a healthier lifestyle should actually result in a better claims experience. Then that's just a natural conversation that advisors can have as a real selling point as to why a customer should be considering taking out protection.
There was a client who I knew was going through a period of significant lifestyle change. She was looking to make more positive lifestyle choices. And I think she'd recently divorced from her husband. And so it was kind of like this kind of new awakening moment in her life. And she was looking to make some significant changes in her life based on the way she'd lived before. She was clearly motivated to improve her well-being, but I suppose she wasn't quite sure where to start. She knew she wanted to do something, wasn't quite sure where to start. So speaking to the client, I could also see she had this like really competitive streak in her, like this little competitive nature. So I felt that something like the Vitality Optimizer program, something that would reward her activity, that would continue to keep her on that track of improving her lifestyle, making more positive lifestyle choices, was probably the ideal way to arrange cover for her, because we knew we had this need for core cover. So she needed the life insurance, she needed the income protection, she needed some serious or critical illness cover. So knowing that in the first instance, and then seeing how Vitality could then enhance her lifestyle choices and kind of help her cross that line in terms of making those more positive lifestyle choices, was the perfect complement to what she was trying to do. So I knew it would obviously not just give her the cover she needed, but at the same time give her the support and incentives she needed to pursue those healthier lifestyle choices, but in the right way as well. I
think advisors can help to influence the positive lifestyle choices through the conversations that they're having with clients, because particularly if you've got an advisor that has become far more active, they might never have gone to the gym before, they're using their Apple Watch or whatever fitness device they've got to actually be far more aware about what steps that they're undertaking, and they've been able to lose weight, become healthier as a result. And I think particularly given what we've been going through over the last 12-18 months, and we haven't perhaps been as active in some ways because we're not walking to the tube, getting on a train, walking to the office, walking around the office. I mean, some of us actually work in quite large offices normally, and you clock up quite a few steps just walking around those, or walking up and down the steps to stairs to different departments. You've got to, when you're working at home, you've perhaps had to make a more conscious decision to move around. And some of us, so I have a dog, so she helps me get out, and that's really important. But it is quite challenging when you're back-to-back meetings on Teams or Zoom or whatever it is. But actually having a tracker and having a motivation like a rewards program that's actually going to help you do that, then you're going to be a bit more motivated to get up and move around. And by talking about those experiences with your clients, then that could actually motivate them too. And by asking the right questions to your clients to actually ascertain whether that's something that they're going to be interested in, and lots of them obviously are, then that should actually form part of your kind of advice conversation, because it could really impact the type of policy that you recommend to them.
Interestingly, I think Vitality has been the perfect partner for some clients during lockdown. It's really enriched their lives in terms of so many people have made changes. They've gone out walking, they've gone out cycling. So Vitality has been the perfect partner to help people on that journey, and then linking what they're doing to the Vitality rewards and benefits. I also think that Vitality enriches people's lives because if you're thinking about your health, which is what Vitality helps you to do, then you're more likely to do something about it.
So you see a lot of changes in lifestyle when you're dealing with clients that take on the Vitality contract and look at optimizer programs. So generally speaking, you tend to find clients are focusing on more healthy lifestyle choices because that's the way the rewards program is built, whether it be through points or physical rewards. It tends to be they're focusing on more lifestyle choices. So whether it be regular exercise or walking the dog. I mean, I have a lot of clients that love to walk the dog, for example. They love the idea of each day they're using the points they need to track as an excuse to go out the house and walk the dog. And we know what it's like. If you have a dog, there are many occasions where the weather's bad and maybe you think to yourself, I don't particularly want to go out there and do that today. So having something like a point scheme that's rewarding you for doing those things that maybe you might not always want to do, or maybe you don't feel like doing that that particular day, it encourages and forces the client to go and do that, particularly if they've got that competitive nature like the client I was mentioning a moment ago. So I've got lots of clients and they see points accumulation as a bit of a challenge. It's almost like it becomes not just a lifestyle thing, but actually a bit of a challenge that they have to compete with. So I've actually known certain clients head out and go for a walk in the rain when they normally wouldn't, or do something that they probably wouldn't normally do, just in order to go over those points thresholds. I find it myself as a Vitality client, and I'm tracking the steps that I'm doing. If I see I'm like sort of, 11,000 something, I'm like, right, well, I'm going for a brisk walk to go and push myself over that threshold because I know I want to get the full 8 points for the day. It's kind of hilarious in that respect, but I do think that's really positive as well, because not only is it helping people to make more positive choices, but it's driving those behaviors through reward as well and competition.
I think just the fact that people kind of get really into getting on top of their fitness and things like that, so that they can enhance how many discounts and rewards they're actually offered, is really, really good. And also the fact that I know, especially in the city, Vitality's marketing is just plastered everywhere. So the minute you mention them, clients are going to know exactly what you're talking about, and they can normally relate.
If you're not somebody who's spending, say, a lot of time with clients and really building rapport, if you're just kind of going straight through applications, straight through clients, then it's probably not going to be a case that you're going to have the chance to build the rapport enough to be able to suggest these lifestyle choices. But when we're going through some of the applications, when it's a case of when, if we are talking about mental health or something, and they say, maybe just like, so are you taking any steps to sort of like really try and support your mental health? Could be things like, are you using anything like mindfulness apps on your phone? Do you try and meditate? Do you go out for walks regularly?
Wellbeing is absolutely in the spotlight at the moment, whether that's physical well-being or mental well-being. We've all gone through a massive crisis. We're not yet out of the woods. People with underlying health conditions are more at risk of having, more severe effects of COVID. So we need to make sure that we're helping people as much as possible. We're helping ourselves as much as our clients and our loved ones to make better lifestyle choices. And if through taking out a protection policy, particularly like, companies like Vitality that actually have those added benefits in place to help somebody make a more healthy lifestyle choice, whether that be through the discounted gym memberships or other avenues to help you actually become more healthy, give up smoking, lose weight, all of those things. And there are lots of other lifestyle apps out there as well. There's lots that the industry is trying to do to help consumers be a bit healthier. And given the pressures on the NHS as well, and what's likely to be going on in the years to come, we all need to be a bit better. And ultimately, these policies can help. They're there for you when tragedy strikes, but they're also there to be utilised month in, month out. And that's really important. And that's something that actually advisors should be proud of, because actually what we're here to do, we have a real duty of care to our clients. And doing what we do, we've got a social responsibility as well, because we can really make a massive difference to people in times of need. But we can also help them make better choices, but also give them rewards and a bit of fun as well. It's not all hard work and no play. There's a real balance to it as well. So advisors, for me, have got a crucial role to play in not only the financial resilience of their clients, but also that well-being piece as well.
We like to kind of keep on top of having a look at where our clients are, how they're doing. Are they keeping on top of their vitality status? Are they doing absolutely nothing? I want to make sure, if I've set up a policy for someone, that they really are making the most of it. It's not just a sale for me. I want to make sure that obviously they're remaining fit and healthy, and it's nice to check in on clients anyway, and that they feel quite touched sometimes. They don't really expect an insurance advisor to come and check in on them.